Uninviting my friend and his wife from Christmas dinner after discovering she slept with my husband. I am not the oop. Oop is Seagirl 134. Trigger warning. Miscarriage and cheating. Less than. Original December 12, 2022. 11 years ago. My 42F husband, Will, 44M, had an affair with a younger woman. He admitted to it after she told him that she was pregnant, though it ended in a miscarriage. Until recently I had no idea who she was, as he wouldn't say who she was. I've been working with Spencer, 41M, for nearly 17 years, and we are best friends. There are no secrets between us. Or at least that's what I thought. He's married to Eleanor, 33F. They have been together for 9 years. Married for 8. It has recently come out that Eleanor is the woman Will slept with. It came out because I had wrongly thought that Will was cheating again, and he countered with that it was possible for him to be friends with women and not sleep with them, as he was friends with Eleanor and hadn't slept with her again. He then admitted that Eleanor had been the one that he slept with. I was hurt that he hadn't said anything before we had become good friends with her and allowing Spencer to get involved with a woman who was happy to sleep with married men. When I saw Spencer at lunch the following week, I told him about Eleanor and Will. Spencer wasn't shocked at what I told him. He already knew. He had known for 9 years. Eleanor had told him after the first time we had a double date. She was single at the time and she had no idea Will was married. As far as Spencer was concerned, it was more Will that was at fault than Eleanor, but I see them as equally being at fault. Spencer said that he hadn't told me because he didn't see the point in opening up old wounds, as we had worked past Will cheating. Eleanor hadn't said anything for the same reason. I sent Eleanor an angry text telling her that I knew about her cheating with my husband and that I didn't want her coming around anymore. I told her that I didn't trust her and that she should have told me that she slept with my husband. Eleanor just replied with, "I understand and I'm sorry that for any hurt I've caused you and your family." She's not responded to any other message I've sent her about wanting to know more about her cheating with my husband. We were meant to be having Spencer, Eleanor and their kids around for Christmas, as it's our turn to host today. I've told Spencer that I don't want Eleanor to come and have uninvited her. Spencer and the kids are still invited. He has said that if Eleanor is not welcome then they will not be coming and thinks I am being unreasonable. He also said he knows I'm upset but hopes that I can move past it. Will is upset that I've uninvited them, as he thinks it will ruin Christmas for our kids not getting to see their friends as planned. Plus we have far too much food in for a family of 4. Will thinks I am overreacting, as I was fine with Eleanor before I found out. AITA for not wanting to have Eleanor at our Christmas? I just don't think I can see her anymore, knowing she is the one my husband cheated with. Edit. In regards to the miscarriage, yes, this is true, not a lie from Will. Eleanor has told me herself that she had a miscarriage when she was 22. Not long after I posted this, Spencer called me. He's told me to stop messaging Eleanor as it's stressing her out. She's pregnant with their 3rd child. She hadn't responded as she knew I would be upset and it would stress her. Spencer told me that he and Eleanor had chosen not to tell me about Eleanor being the AP because they didn't want to cause issues in my marriage. But they had told Will to tell me. Will had told them I knew. Spencer also said that Eleanor had been resistant to see Will and I again after she told Spencer what she had done, but when Will told them I knew, she felt better about becoming friends with me. Spencer has said that he and Eleanor need space and that he won't be answering any messages unless they are work-related for a while. Update the 1st of December 13, 2022. 11 years ago. My 42F husband, Will, 44M, had an affair with a 22-year-old. She fell pregnant, which is why he told me at the time, but it ended in a miscarriage. With the help of therapy, I have forgiven Will. The 22-year-old has turned out to be Eleanor, now 33F, and she is married to Spencer, 41M, who is my best friend of almost 17 years. Spencer and Eleanor have been together 9 years and married for 8. Spencer has known that Eleanor was the one who slept with Will since the first time Will and I met her on a double date. Eleanor told Spencer that she recognized Will and told him what she had done. She hadn't known at the time that he was married. Spencer and Eleanor had made the decision to not tell me, as Spencer had seen the turmoil it put me through last time, and he didn't want to cause issues in my marriage or to reopen old wounds. They had told Will to tell me, but he told them I knew. I had no idea until recently. When I found out, I angrily messaged Eleanor telling her that I knew everything and that I didn't want her coming around anymore. I told her that I didn't trust her and that she should have told me that she slept with my husband. She replied with, "I understand and I'm sorry that for any hurt I've caused you and your family." She's not responded to any other message. Spencer has since told me that to stop and leave her alone as she's pregnant with their third child. And I'm stressing her out. The cheek of it. I'm stressed out and finding out she slept with my husband and that her and Spencer have been playing nice to my face for the last 9 years. Spencer has said that Eleanor had been resistant to see Will and I again after she told him what she had done, but when Will told them I knew, she felt better about becoming friends with me. Yet neither of them thought to check with me that I knew. They just took what he said at face value. He has said that both he and Eleanor need space, and he won't be answering any more messages unless they are work-related for a while. He was meant to be my friend. I have confided things in Spencer that I haven't with anyone else. We were very close and he lied to my face for years. Spencer knew about my marriage issues when Will cheated. I opened up to him and exposed myself to him. He knew and he didn't say anything to me. He kept it to himself, and I don't feel that he is remorseful for what he's done. It feels like he thinks that Eleanor is the victim in all of this. While I'm mad at him, I'd like to try and repair the friendship. I just want him to understand what he's done and why I'm hurting. Though I don't think I want to continue a friendship with Eleanor. Not after she has laid straight to my face for the last 9 years. Update the 2nd of December 16, 2022. I, 42F, have made an appointment with a lawyer to start the process of divorcing my husband. 44M. The appointment isn't until the new year, as that is the only time they could fit me in. We have been married for 14 years. 11 years ago he had an affair but wouldn't tell me who the 22-year-old was. I thought we had worked past it with therapy, which we were going to restart in the new year. I had forgiven him and I thought that he was being honest and truthful with me. It turns out that he had not been as honest as he should have been. I've recently found out that the wife of my friend was his affair partner, and they have all known for the past 9 years. He had also lied to them, telling them that I knew so that they wouldn't tell me. After having done some digging, I checked his phone when he went to bed, as we have an open phone policy, and discovered that he had been texting the woman he had cheated on me with, complimenting her, saying he loves her company, forgets about the rest of the world when he sees her, and wants to see her more. To her credit, she's not responded to any of his messages, not even to tell him to stop, so I suspect she has blocked him. These messages only go back a few weeks. Before that, the only other message he had sent her was asking advice over a present for my birthday. He starts the text thread saying that he's my husband and he got her number from me and hopes it's okay that he's texting her, so I don't think there were any other messages before that. I had posted on Reddit about it and it opened my eyes. My friend and his wife are not to blame. Will, my husband, is to blame. We are currently sleeping separately. Though this does happen regularly when he works the night shift, so it's not unusual for our children to see him sleeping in the spare room. We have 3 children, 8M, 6F and 4F. And I worry about telling them that Mummy and Daddy are splitting. Both Will and I come from broken homes, and we never wanted that for our children. We wanted them to have a stable home. But it's clear that this is not going to work. While one of us had worked to save our marriage, the other had not. I want to tell the children, because I honestly don't think I can play happy families with him on Christmas Day. I also don't want them to hate me for the fact our family is imploding because of their father's lies and deception. I am not the oop. I just love how the husband's example of how men can be friends with women without sleeping with them is a woman he's slept with. As people who have gone through it say, reconciliation can only begin after the last lie has been told. Any attempt of reconciliation after infidelity requires absolute honesty and owning up to the truth. And thanks to Will's dishonesty, she was put right back into the square one after all the hard work. And 11 years. At that point, leaving was indeed the better option for her. It does not matter how long ago it originally happened. When concealed information like this comes up, it all becomes new as it happened yesterday. Traumas work like that. They're time machines from hell. Hindsight says she should have left already 11 years ago when her husband was not willing to disclose who his affair partner was. But that's hindsight and neither here or there. There's something seriously wrong about Will. People who are worried about divorcing because they don't want their children to be raised in a broken home don't realize that they are already in a broken home, and divorcing is the first step in fixing it. Plus, we have far too much food in for a family of 4 feet. Only here so far, but lol. Way to keep it in perspective, oop. Definitely wasted 11 years of her life, unfortunately. He had sex with a 22-year-old and got her pregnant. That was the end of the relationship right there. There was no coming back from that. Oop should have left him to continue ruining Eleanor's life while she left child-free to live her best life. Spencer has said that Eleanor had been resistant to see Will and I again after she told him what she had done, but when Will told them, I knew. She felt better about becoming friends with me. Not 100% on them. But come on, have some common sense. I feel like it's okay for her to be angry with her friends. To her, this is entirely new information and she has to work through it all over again. Of course her husband is 100% to blame. But I'm also not mad at her for feeling violated by one friend and unheard by the other. This is just sad. I hope she's able to move on to someone much better. You mean a cheater lied about very important things to hide a secret? And tried to cheat again? Oh my gosh. Whoever would predict that? I sent Eleanor an angry text telling her that I knew about her cheating with my husband and that I didn't want her coming around anymore. I told her that I didn't trust her and that she should have told me that she slept with my husband. Eleanor just replied with, I understand and I'm sorry that for any hurt I've caused you and your family. She's not responded to any other message I've sent her about wanting to know more about her cheating with my husband. This was the point I knew it was going to go off the rails. And Oop would play a role in that. My question is, why would Spencer and Eleanor want to be friends at any level with Oop and her husband given the history? Spending time and hanging out with an old AP seems weird. I have a hard time rationalizing the other woman actually forming a friendship with Oop. Even if her husband told her that Oop knows and is fine with it. Why would any decent person want to break bread with the wife of the man they cheated with? These people have absolutely no morals or loyalty whatsoever. Oop was betrayed by all of them actually. She cannot be excused simply because she's pregnant now and is a great wife to her husband. Fact remains, she was an affair partner. Whether she knew he was married or not became irrelevant when she did eventually find out and continued to be a fixture in this man's life through this ill-advised friendship. I mean, it seems totally reasonable to be mad at your friends here too. Edit. Since some people are questioning it, the updates are only a few days apart and the text messages are weeks old. Which means he reached out to her again and she blocked him, and they still didn't tell Op about that. So at the bare minimum they knew he wanted to cheat again and lied to her about it. I would long handle spoon all of them. How can you continue to date some that sleep with your homegirl's husband? How can you be friends with someone when you know that you slept with their husband? And how can you inform your wife the women that you cheated on her with is with her friend? I would throw all of them away. Baby. Bath water and the tub out the window. You some people really are just pure lying trash. Leave him and ditch the friends, both are shady and weird. I am happy the ending was her realizing that her husband was the biggest problem. Eleanor didn't know he was married. Both Eleanor and Spencer were seemingly under the impression that Oop knew it was Eleanor. Will lied to all parties by 1. Omitting information from his wife 2. Telling Eleanor and Spencer that he let Oop know. I guess it's not unreasonable to be upset with the friends, but she really was whipped since she didn't immediately realize that her husband was clearly the biggest issue. I was so upset reading it when she said she'd forgiven Will through therapy. Like, so you could do that, but you can't forgive Eleanor? I get it's new information that's jostling, but like, dang. She was 22 and he was older and married. They both did something wrong, but Eleanor did it unknowingly, right? So, here's the math. They had been married 3 years when he impregnated another woman. They had no children at that time, but for some reason decided to work it out and have 3 children together despite the fact that he would not disclose who he had been having unprotected sex with. Love is blind, folks. They knew for 9 years and no one told her? None of these people values Oop as a person, and she's better off without all of them. Spencer has said that Eleanor had been resistant to see Will and I again after she told him what she had done, but when Will told them, I knew. She felt better about becoming friends with me. Yet neither of them thought to check with me that I knew. They just took what he said at face value. That's the first mistake everyone made here. Assuming a cheat wouldn't also be a liar. Okay, good. I was worried that she wouldn't realize Will was the problem. HWRE. And this is why you don't stay with cheaters. She never had forgiven him. She just didn't want to break up with him. It was so transparent she was redirecting her hurt on Eleanor, when Will was the one who betrayed her.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.